If you're looking for audiophile grade sound quality that you can use as a desktop speaker or as a Bluetooth portable speaker, this would be it. What's up friends, it's Mike again. Welcome back to another tech review where I find awesome things to simplify your life. Today we're going to go over the sound quality, the build quality, all the features, and do a sound demo at the very end. And full disclosure, BenQ did send this out to me free of charge for me to review, but as always I'm going to be super transparent with my review because if this sucks, I'll definitely tell you that. But if it's good, you're going to find out in the review. So everything that's said in this video is just my opinion only. If this review has helped you in any way at all, please remember to like and subscribe to support the channel, and without further ado, let's get right into it. So I've been using this as my main computer speaker for the last 2.5 weeks. It's connected to my computer through micro USB, and if I want to take it out, I just pull the plug and bring it to my kitchen and connect it just by tapping my phone because it uses NFC. And overall, I gotta say, I love how this thing looks. It's more like a fashion statement that's on my desk. I really like the color scheme of this. The metallic gray really matches my MacBook Pro really well and my whole desk setup overall, and it has these bronze or orange accents on it. It looks premium. It also feels pretty good too. It has a good weight to it. Most of it's made of metal, and then you have metal grills over here. There are some plastic parts at the front with the standard plastic buttons over here, and it has a pretty solid rubber base over here that gives the speaker an angle when you put it down. Really, there's nothing that feels cheap about this at all. Well, at $200, it better not feel cheap. So why does this cost so much? Well, the treVolo S uses a electrostatic speaker technology that's usually only found in really high-end speaker systems. Those systems are really big, really expensive, and really heavy to carry around. But BenQ has somehow managed to design it right into these foldable panels right here. Encased in between these grills over here, there's an ultra-thin film. It's in between two charge plates so that when it vibrates and flexes, that's how it produces sound. And through this method, it's able to produce mid to high frequency sounds really well with really low distortion. And that's why people pay a bit more for that kind of stuff. In my experience, I did find the sounds to be really crisp and really clear. There's a lot of detail and it maintains its clarity at really high volumes and really low volumes as well. I do have to mention that the max volume of this thing isn't as high as normal speakers like this. When you reach max volume, you'll know kind of like you want to go for a bit more, but it just doesn't. But I do know that most people would only listen to it at a moderate volume anyways, so unless you're planning to use this at a dance party and using it as your main speaker, I think it should be okay. So I found that this speaker worked really well in songs that have a lot of acoustic instrumentals or a song that really focuses on the vocals. But if there's anything that gets a bit more busy and a bit more bass heavy like rock or rap or anything like that, it's not gonna do too well because electrostatic speakers suck at producing bass. And that's why BenQ has put these two woofers over here and passive radiators on each side of the speaker. With these, it delivers a decent bass, but at times I do feel like the bass depth is limited. Like there's a punch to it, but it's more like a soft punch. And don't get me wrong, the bass definitely doesn't sound bad at all. It does get a lot more noticeable and a lot more powerful at higher volumes. And if you're thinking of using this as a portable speaker, the battery life will last you 18 hours. You can connect it through the aux cable or the micro USB or by your Bluetooth. Unfortunately, it does not have simultaneous Bluetooth. You do have to connect it to one device at a time. But again, it has NFC so that you can just tap your phone and boom, it's connected. And I did notice that when I connected through Bluetooth, it did sound a bit different than when I was connecting it through my micro USB to my computer. But the sound quality is gonna be almost the same, only if you use lossless files like WAV format files. Because I gotta say, the first time when I plugged this in and connected it to my phone, I was streaming through Amazon Music and everything sounded really bad. Everything was flat, the bass was having like a really hard time. It was like, or I don't know how to explain it. And I really tried to like it because, you know, it's really good looking, but I was like, no. Not impressed. But however, I found that you cannot use low quality music files when playing through this speaker because it reproduces the sounds from the files really accurately. So streaming through Amazon Music just didn't cut it. The files weren't high quality enough, and when I downloaded WAV format files, everything changed. It made all the difference. Anyways, although it's made of a really sturdy material and it feels solid, it's not as rugged as most portable speakers out there. It's not water resistant, it's not scratch resistant. It does come with a soft cloth bag over here that you can put in your bag to protect it from scratches. But other than that, if you drop this, it's gonna do a ton of damage to the speaker, to your hardwood floors, or to your toes. So yeah, just be careful of this. And of course, you could add a second one of these and match them and pair them up, and you can do that all in the app. But if you only have one, you can still get an immersive experience by using its 3D mode. This is basically an EQ setting. It creates more of a 3D soundstage to emulate more like a live environment. I wouldn't say that there's more separation in sounds, but everything sounds more spacious and more 3D. I know that's not the best way to describe it, but we are doing a sound demo at the very end, so comment below and tell me what you actually think of it and if it actually makes that much of a difference. But overall, it has a really attractive design to it. It looks great on your desk or wherever that you put it. It has a really clean, crisp, and spacious sound, but I do think that this speaker is really niche and not as versatile as most people would like to use it for. This speaker performs extremely well with music that you want to hear the detail in the mids to the highs and has simple arrangements of vocals and instrumentals. But for any arrangements that are more busy and bass heavy, like rock, techno, or stuff like that, it's just not gonna sound the best. So you really gotta know if you like that kind of music before buying this speaker. I really think the speaker is made for the audiophiles who are looking for a portable solution to bring this kind of sound with them anywhere they go, who can appreciate a balanced sound with a high level of detail and vocal clarity. Anyways, I really hope that I explained this well and helped you guys out today. We're gonna do a sound test now so you can actually hear what it sounds like. So let me know below if my review was accurate or not, because you know what, I'm still learning how to describe sound and all that. And if you like the review, like and subscribe to support the channel. Ask away if you have any questions at all, I'd love to help. But that's it for now, guys. Enjoy the sound test and we'll see you in the next review. Bye!